Hello, my YouTube family and friends. I'm making this video a little later than normal because the video I made this morning, I always make the video in the morning on my way to work so I can talk to you all, and for some reason it did not even record. So I'm like, okay. And when I pulled up to my job this morning, I was like, okay, so I was just talking all that time. I guess I was just talking to the Lord. But anyway, if you have not said it already, let's say it together. Thank you, Jesus, for another day. On my way to get me just some custard at at Culver's, and I already have what I'm gonna eat tonight. So I'm gonna do that, and then but I just wanted to hop on here and talk about what I was talking about this morning. As always, I pray that everyone has had a blessed day. Today is 6 o'clock here. I'm not for sure what time it is where you are at, but wherever you are at, I know the Lord has blessed you in a mighty way. He blessed us all when he woke us up this morning. But I can't remember what I was talking about before, what I was mainly wanting to talk about this morning. But I'm gonna go ahead and just start with what I was talking about. So I was talking about Mother's Day, and or I want to talk about Mother's Day, and as we get ready to embark on another year, another Sunday, Mother's Day, I can remember, as far back as I can remember, that was just a big deal. When my late husband was here with us on Mother's Day and on Father's Day, I would go. I started my own tradition. I would go to my mom's, and stepdad's church. I mean, it was just a big deal. It was a big deal. And I made sure the girls had, everybody was dressed nice, and it was just a big deal. So, we had, began to do it. We did it so much that the members at the church that we were going to, which was the church that my father-in-law was pastoring, they would be like, yeah, we know what you getting ready to do, because it was already, I didn't go to choir rehearsal, I didn't do none of that, because I knew for that particular Sunday I was going to be at my mom's, them church. So it just made me so happy to do that. I was just always looking forward to that each and every year, because I'm like, we're gonna get to be with them, the whole day. And because we didn't really get a chance to visit their church a lot. So, and their church was like probably about, I'd say it was about 30 minutes from where our church was at. So it's on two different sides of town. And where the church that my father-in-law pastored, that was closer to where we lived. So, if you kind of get a sort of an idea there, that's why, it was just like, it was more convenient to stay on that side of town versus, going back on the other side. But anyway, I enjoyed it to the fullest. Again, I would talk to my mom, them the night before, either that week before, and they knew we were going to be there with bells on. They knew. But, again, I want you to make sure that you are aware that this was during my people-pleasing spirit time, people-pleasing phase. And, I was always trying to make sure I was pleasing them and neglecting Jesus, and then neglecting what my late husband, what he used to say to me, because he was like, you don't have to do that. I'm like, yeah, I do. I want to do it. And I did. I really, and the Lord knew that where my heart was. I just have a heart for people, for everybody. And I just want everybody to be happy, and I know that's not always possible in families and the world we live in, in our work environments. But that's just me. I just want to, are you good? I want to make sure everybody's good. So anyway, going back to the story. So, it was just a big deal. We would take pictures, and, like I said, we did this for Mother's Day and Father's Day. And, again, this was really primarily the only time that we really fellowship with them unless we just randomly went over to their church. But that was, no, we didn't do that. We always was at our church. So anyway, my parents, they look forward to that. They were so happy because they got a chance to spend the whole day just about with us. And then as the kids became older, it started to sort of like wear and tear on me, because I'm like, okay, they didn't want to go, all the time. Especially my youngest son, he would stay with his dad. So, how, it's just when the kids get older, they're like, okay, I don't want to do that anymore. So anyway, but I'm speaking mostly of when they were, little. And so we would spend the whole day with them at the church and everything. And their church started a whole lot later than our church did. So when we were late, we were still on time. We still were on time. So we would always laugh about that because they had the longest service ever. But anyway, we would eat, have dinner, and just kick back and watch a good movie. And as I think back on a lot of that, the Mother's Day celebration, a lot of that was fun. It was tradition. It was all of that. But then now that I think about a lot of it, it was just going through the motions. It was just a lot of stuff that should have been discussed that wasn't discussed. And the other part I wanted to share was that me and a lady, we were talking this week, and she was asking me, she said, because a lot of people know, that I've met here, I've been talking to, they know I'm a widow, and they know I'm, well, I don't really like to say widow anymore, but I am, but I'm single. And so they say, well, what are you going to do, when different days come up, say like, especially my birthday or my Mother's Day or something like that. And I'm like, well, and so my response to her, I said, actually, I don't have anything planned. I said, I'm just gonna, I guess, enjoy the day. We're gonna go to church. But I said, I don't have anything like super planned or anything. I said, I used to I always want to get my nails done, my toes done. I had to signify that's what that day, this I'm doing this because of this Mother's Day, or this is whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you do that, as a mother, that's fine. But what I'm saying is that no longer serves me like it used to. I even tried before we left Tennessee. It was 2021 Christmas, right before we went and stayed in the cabins in Gatlinburg, and I tried to get, the girls got their nails done, I got my nails done, and it didn't even feel, it felt weird. I mean, it just, I don't know. And you see my nails here, I don't do that anymore. But I at one point in time, and again, I'm just speaking about myself. I'm not knocking what no other woman is doing, but what I'm saying is what what no longer serves me. I don't even enjoy that anymore. I used to, I would get my nails done, like a nail would break, the nail, acrylic nail, whatever you call it, it would break. I'd go back the same, probably the next day and get it done. Cause I was single, I had the money, I didn't care. And I didn't have children back in the day, then when I was doing all that, get my hair done, it was just a big deal for all of that stuff. But now, I guess, as everything that's transpired in my life, and I'm, God is teaching me what's really important and what's not, because I do believe that there will come a time in this world where we're not gonna have anything else but Jesus, and we're gonna have to lean on, just mainly doing what we need to do. All this extra stuff, that we're doing now, it's nothing wrong with it. It's, a lot of people, they enjoy doing stuff like that. This is self-care, this is whatever. But, God is just showing me, I'm talking about myself. He's showing me that, a lot of stuff that I used to do, it wasn't really important. And I would put it at the top of my list. When my late husband was living, I would, sort of get mad at him, if he didn't have, I didn't really care about flowers. I never really have. When I was dating, I made a big deal out of it just to say I had got, received them, but I didn't really care about, I never really cared about flowers. But, what is it? Perfume, eating out, maybe a dining out at some restaurant, a gift card, or something like that. That was just a big deal for me for Mother's Day. And my late husband, he started buying me perfume and gift sets, maybe like from Bath and Body Works. And then even my youngest son, I remember one year, he said, Mom, just go. He gave me some money. He said, just go get it wherever you want. I couldn't wait to get off work. I went, my late husband, he was texting and calling me. I was acting a fool. I went up to the mall there, and I didn't even go home because I was just so happy to have, that money for myself to do what I wanted to do. And I used it on myself too. I did. I used every bit of it on myself. And I sort of felt bad at the end because my late husband said, we could have did something else with that money. We could have paid on a bill or something. And I said, yeah, but that wasn't the intent. My son, my youngest son gave that to me for myself. So anyway, we went back and forth about that. So, but that was so funny. I couldn't wait to get off work. It felt so good to buy what I wanted to buy. And, but now that I think back on that, that didn't really even fulfill me the way I thought it would. I mean, I went to Bath and Body Works, and I can't remember what else I bought. I think I maybe got me some Chick-fil-A or something and ate it in the car. I was just trying to treat myself, but that didn't even really fulfill me the way I thought it would. It was very it was very short-lived, if you will. But anyway, going back to what I want to get to share, and I'm trying not to make this video too long, is that I love my mom, and I'll tell her this to her face if if it comes down to it. But I like to be honest and transparent on this channel because when we tell the truth, it frees us. The enemy no longer can hold us bound to things. And I encourage everyone who listens and watches these videos, be honest. Be honest about everything. There should be a time in our life where we don't want to do anything but tell the truth. Don't be faking and pretending. Just tell the truth. Just tell the truth, and watch how much better you'll feel about a whole lot of stuff. Be honest about stuff, how you feel. If something didn't do what you thought, just be honest with God. He knows everything anyway, but be honest with yourself, be honest with other people as well. But and that's what I really love about this channel. I can be myself. I can be, and I try to be this way in real life, with around people I work with and whoever. So God is really changing me, continues to change me. I'm not the woman I used to be. But anyway, what I want to share about my mom, I love her. Yes, I do. I love her so much. But she had a thing, and my late husband, it would just irritate him to no end. She didn't do it for Mother's Day, but she did it for Christmas. So, but I'm going to get to that. But she basically, she would let us know, well, this is what I want for Mother's Day. And there was some years, where me and my late husband, when the kids were a whole lot younger, we were struggling. We were on a struggle bus. And what I mean by that, we had limited funds. And so when these days came around, I couldn't splurge like I could, when the kids got older. And, we had to, we just had a lot of responsibilities and stuff. And so anyway, she, I would kind of fiddle around and ask her, what do you want? And then it got where I stopped asking her, because I'm like, she would give this long list, and there always be some expensive perfume. And I would get so, absorbed with that and consumed with that. And then my late husband, he was like, you don't have to buy anything. And I was like, yeah, I want to, because I knew she would always have me something. She always would have me something, no matter how, I far back as I can remember, she always would have, I go over there, she have a gift bag. It has some perfume in it, some type of gift set, a card, sometimes a gift card, so I'm like, I gotta get her something. And so he, like I said, he wasn't raised the way I was, doing all these gifts and buying all this stuff, trying to show love, prove your love. And so, anyway, I would just kind of sort of ignore what he would say, and I'm like, yeah, but you don't understand. He was like, yeah, but I really do. He said, you don't have to do that. And he had an issue with it, because he was like, you're taking money out the household going to do that, and that's something you don't even have to do. And I would really be stressing about that, because I wanted to match what she did, and she didn't spend a whole lot of money on what she did. But it was just the thought, I could tell she put thought and time into it, because a lot of those gifts were wrapped, and they were just really pretty, so that just kind of weighed on my mind, that she did that. And then I was like, okay, I want to do that too, and then it got where some of the years I would plan ahead, a little ahead, maybe to check before Mother's Day, just stressing out over just nothing. So, but anyway, what I'm getting to, trying to bring it, what I want to stress here is that Mother's Day, Father's Day, these days, birthdays, whatever, but I really want to focus on Mother's Day and Father's Day. That's not what it's about. These days, there's nothing wrong with showing your mom, your father, how much you love them through gifts. There's nothing wrong with that. And but what I'm saying is that if you don't have it, you don't have it. And don't be stressing about stuff. A hug should suffice. I love you should suffice. Cooking them dinner, or come on over here, let me cook you dinner, or I come over your house and cook you dinner. That, or just nothing. That should suffice. We have to get out of this mindset of things that we have done for years and years and years. And again, I'm talking about myself. I can't tell you all what to do. You do what you're led to do. But what I'm saying is that that's not what it's about. That's how I was raised. You go buy something. You show them how much you love them. You go buy something for them. You go buy, if you can't buy the most, nothing expensive, you try to get as close as you can, or make sure you get them something. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you don't have it, leave room that the love should be enough, And so, like, I'm going to test this thing out this year, because normally, and I've been thinking about it since the month started, and then I actually thought about it this past weekend, and I thought about it last month too, toward the end of last month. I was like, okay, Mother's Day is coming up. So since we're so far away from my mom now, and then I think no, I don't think I did do it. In 2022, I mailed my mother-in-law a card, and I mailed my mom a card as well. And I've been, just sending them stuff through the mail. But this whole mail thing, I still don't have it down like I should. And I'm constantly reminded, I'm no longer in the same city and state with them. So I can't just, go buy something and take it up to their house. I got to actually mail it if I want them to get it. And so anyway, it slips my mind. I'm not, it's like, that's not even really important to me like it used to be. But like when we first moved here. But so this year, I'm just gonna call my mom. I like I said, God knows how much I love her. I feel like I don't have to buy her. Last year I sent her a gift card and a card, and I think she ended up getting it a few days after. And she always sends me something too. But I've told her time and time again, I said, Mom, you don't have to send me anything. I'm good. But that's in her. That's how she was raised, and that's how she raised me. But I'm breaking that off of my children, because I'm letting them know, like I told them, that's another video, but I was telling them this past Christmas, I said, we need to get where we're giving to other people instead of always looking to receive, from each other. Let's go feed the homeless. Let's go, use what we have to pour out instead of trying to keep it in the, because if we're buying one another's stuff, that's keeping it in our, let's take it in what we have and pour it out among somebody else. So anyway, that's another video. But going back to my mom, like I said, I love her very much, but there's just a lot of things that how she was raised that the Lord is breaking a lot of things off my life, generational curses, things that I grew up under, and a lot of these things were not right. They were not biblically correct. And like I said, please, I'm not saying don't go buy your mom anything. I'm not saying don't go buy your dad anything. I'm talking about don't let that be the main thing. Don't let that be, this is the way, because and I'm gonna tell you how you can know if that's the main thing. If you've been doing that for a while and you don't happen to miss a year, or you happen to forget, or you say, well, you know what, I just don't have it. And if they get mad, if they have an attitude or anything like that, then that was the main thing for them. But it shouldn't even matter. It should not even matter, So again, we gotta get, we're so focused on things, and it's not even about that. It's about, because when we die, you know, none of those things will be, you know, buried with you. It's just going to be you in the casket, or however you know, you're going to be departing this world, how cremation or whatever. But what I'm saying is that we have to get out of doing stuff that does not serve you anymore, and then, you know, that's not, I mean, it's just not really important. A lot of the stuff is just not important, and we get so stressed out about buying stuff, and I can't find that perfume, or I can't do this, I can't do that. And that was a big thing, I think, big thing for me, Bath and Body Works. So for about 2 or 3 years, maybe been longer than that, you know, I would get upset, you know, if I didn't have my Bath and Body Works for Mother's Day. This went on for several years, and my late husband say, "Are you okay?" You know, and I would be mad, you know, if nobody, because he purposely stopped doing it for me, getting the Bath and Body Works, but he would get other stuff, but he purposely did that. But then my youngest son, he started doing it, and so I'd be happy then, you know, once I get my little gift set. And then there was this one year where I can't remember if something happened that year, I didn't get it or something, and then the Lord revealed to me that's not even important, you know, because I was like, I gotta come snap out of this, you know, but so focused, because when I would go to my mom's house or go to work, you know, back in Tennessee, and everybody talking about, you know, this upcoming week, they be talking about, or either leading into Mother's Day, what are you getting? You know, what are you getting? Do you know what you're getting? And then, you know, you want to go back and brag and take pictures, and then you put it on Facebook, you know, showing all your flowers, and your if you got what is it, I forget that place where you can do you can have like fruits, and I can't remember the name of it. I think they have them worldwide, but I know for sure they have it in Tennessee. But anyway, you can order the like fruit. You can do fruit baskets, and you can have it delivered. You can have, you can do candy. You can do brownies. I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, you can DoorDash it, and it's like a gift type place. But they make some really pretty arrangements. It's food. It's fruit. I think it's not cake or anything. I think it's fruit, and then it's chocolate, strawberries, stuff like that. But anyway, you know, that was a you can do that. And then I tried to actually do that for my mom last year, and they didn't have a dasher, so that didn't work out. So I ended up still having to send her a gift card through the mail. Like I said, it didn't get there on time, but it, you know, it made it to her. But what I'm trying to do is break off things from me that have been tied from them to me. And, you know, I'm breaking those cycles. I'm breaking them. And so, you know, when you no longer do stuff that you've been doing for a long, long time, you know, here we are way in Colorado, and they're in Tennessee. And I'm like, you know, I don't have time for that, you know, and I have so much on my mind. My daughter's getting ready to graduate in 2 weeks, and prom coming up next week. And I'm like, that, you know, not saying that's not important, but I'm not thinking about trying to mail something and get something to you and make sure you like it and all that, you know. And, you know, I'm just, that's like at the bottom of my list now. You know, my children are my priority, and most of all, Jesus. But again, I'm just talking about myself. You know, I'm not, like I said, you all, whatever you normally do, that's, you know, but God convicted me. You know, quit putting value in things, because when you don't have those things, what do you have? You have Jesus, and that's all you need. That's all you need. And like I said, the true test, when you're not able to get somebody something, just pay attention how they respond when you say you don't have nothing to give them. You know, they naming all this stuff. I want this, I want that. And like I said, that's fine. That's all fine and good. But, you know, but if you don't have it, what happens when you don't have it, you know, to buy? So, you know, is the love still there? And just because you don't get something for Mother's Day, that doesn't take away the fact that you're a mother. So, or whatever the day is. So, you know, we just got to get our focus back on Jesus and quit worrying about, you know, stuff that don't really matter. And like I said, You know, it's nothing wrong with showing people how much you love them. I love buying cakes and doing all this and that, but there was this one particular year I noticed when I had purchased some gifts for different ones in the family, and you know, they just sort of looked like, okay, and you know, thank you, you know, it gets so, because you know, and they're looking to see, you know, and okay, that's not really what I told her I wanted, you know. I could just see it. I felt it. God allowed me to feel that in the spirit. So you know, you run around and then you know, you spending this money, and it's like, I could have just got, you know, she could have just purchased a card, you know, versus trying to run around and do all that, and then the person is still not really grateful. You know, they still, okay, you know, and or putting lists up saying what they wanted instead of what you got them. So that's what I'm saying, y'all. You know, we gotta get back on what really matters. You know, tell your mother that you love them. If your mother is still here with you, show them how much you love them. You know, make sure you show them every day. It ain't just on Sunday, it's every day. You know, pray for them. The most powerful thing you can do is pray for somebody, you know. And so I just pray as always. I can't remember what else I was gonna talk about. I know it was mainly Mother's Day, but I'm gonna come back on here this tomorrow. Try to come back on here tomorrow and Sunday and upload the videos for those 2 days. But I just pray that everyone, as always, always hear Jesus speaking through me and not just me. I pray that I know what the other thing, thank you, Holy Spirit, I know what the other thing I wanted to share. So I don't know if I sorry if I'm all over the place, but I'm trying to remember everything I had on my mind this morning. But me and the lady, when we were talking, she was asking me what I was going to do, and I said, I don't know. I said, you know, I'm single now, and I said, you know, and then it just hits these days. Mother's Day hits different now. You know, I'm not even in the same place where everybody is at. And I said, you know, where I come from, it, you know, like I said, I shared with that. It's a big deal. But it's going out to eat, you know, it's whatever. It's, you know, it's Sunday is a big day. And so anyway, I said, I don't know what me and the children will do. You know, may just get something real good to eat on Sunday, and we just enjoy each other like that. I love doing that. Something good to eat, and or either, you know, I don't know. They'll let me know what they want to do. My son had been asking me, and I said, you don't have to get me anything. I said, I have y'all. I got everything I need. So, but yeah, going back to me and her talking, and so I said, yeah, I don't really have anything planned. I said, I may go and pick me up maybe some, you know, lotion, maybe from Bath and Body Works. Now I still like I don't really focus so much on their gift sets, but I really like their body lotion because it smells so good, and my hands are so dry. And so this one right here, I've used this bottle. It's called, I got this back when it was super cold, but it's called Ultimate Hydration Body Cream with Shea Butter, and it's called Sweater Weather. So you can tell the thing is bent. So I've just about, it smells so good though. I've used, it still has a little in here, but I may, if I can probably find one, this was $16.95, but I think I ended up getting it. It was really, really low because it was on a discount rack. And I want to say I paid like $10 for it, or $8 or something. But anyway, now I'm more focused just on lotion. You know, I don't do candles. I don't do none of that. I used to you have to have the whole gift set, you know, the shower gel, all that. No, I don't have to have that anymore. So I just mainly focus on the body cream. And but yeah, it's called Ultimate Hydration body cream, and it says 24-hour moisture, and like I said, it smells so good. It says Sunkissed Apple, Autumn Leaves, Orchard Woods, and it smells so good. But anyway, sort of, it's not loud, but you don't have to put much on. So I just, like I said, when my hands get so dry, I used it for my hands at work. But anyway, I may grab, if not another one of those or something like that. But I told her, I said, I don't really have anything, you know, planned for myself. Again, you know, the nails, I tried to do that, getting the pedicure, you know, I'm like, that stuff, it used to be so fun to do. And it's not because my late husband is not here, but it's just, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I'm more simple now. I just, I just want something, a good meal. I ordered me a good meal tonight, fish taco meal, and I'm gonna get me some custard here, and I'm good. And I was telling her, I said, I have everything I need. I really do. That stuff just no longer completes me anymore. That's when I was, I had to have stuff. I had to have stuff, to complete my day. And then, I go on Facebook, and the people I was friends with, everybody showed what they got for Mother's Day on Sunday. This Sunday coming up, everybody, posting, look what I got, look what I got, look what I got. But we got to make sure we got Jesus. That's what we got to make sure of. We got to make sure we got a relationship with him, because none of that stuff is going to matter. He's not going to ask you when you stand before him with what you got for Mother's Day. Well, he already know anyway. But what I'm saying, it's not going to even matter. So that's how you can measure if what you're doing down here is it really, really super important. Because if it's not going to get you in heaven, if it's not going to matter to Jesus, why are we doing it? Like I said, there's nothing wrong with having fun and stuff, but just don't it's nothing wrong with getting things, but don't let things have you. And I pray as always that you always hear Jesus speaking through me and not just me. Have a beautiful, blessed weekend. Out to all my mothers out there, have a beautiful, blessed, enjoy this weekend. And it's more, let your children know it's not just Sunday. It's Mother's Day is every day. So I just pray that all you mothers get rest, you get relaxation, you get whatever God has for you. You receive every blessing, every blessing. He's teaching us how to receive every blessing. Have a beautiful, blessed Friday evening. I love you, but remember, Jesus loves you so much more. Please remember, the best is still yet to come. Bye-bye.